Hi friends, it's Miss Cohen again. Today we're going to read The Caterpillar and the Polliwog. I want you to pause the video and just take a moment and think. Looking at the pictures, what do you think this book will be about? Just like the last book, I'm going to ask a few questions, so I would like you to pause the video and open up the Padlet in the website and discuss what each answer to the question is. These questions will give you an idea about the characters and the main events in the book. In this book, we're going to learn how a caterpillar and a polliwog change over time, how they change into something different. Here are some vocabulary words that we're going to come across. Caterpillar, polliwog, a cocoon, which is the same thing as a chrysalis. It's just a different word for it. And then we're also going to come across the butterfly. Caterpillars aren't like other folks. As ducks and hippopotamus and you and I get older, we get bigger, especially hippopotamuses. But not caterpillars. What do you think a caterpillar will turn into? They turn into butterflies. Turning into something else like that is not a thing just anybody can do. So how do you think a caterpillar turns into a butterfly? Down by the pond there lived a caterpillar who was very proud of being different. She bragged about it to her friends. "When I grow up, I'm going to turn into something else," she told the snail. "That's nice," said the snail, who really didn't care one way or the other. "When I grow up, I'm going to turn into something else," she told the turtle. "I don't blame you," said the turtle, who didn't much like wiggly things. "When I grow up, I'm going to turn into something else," she told the polliwog. "What fun!" said the polliwog. "What are you going to turn into?" But the caterpillar hurried on her way, looking for someone else to tell her secret to. Looking at the picture, what do you think a polliwog is? What do you think that looks like? What is it? "I wish I could turn into something else when I grow up," said the polliwog. "You will," said the fish. "All pollywogs do." "What am I going to turn into?" the pollywog asked. But the fish saw a tasty bug and dashed after it. "When I grow up," said the caterpillar, who had circled the pond and was going around for the second time. "When I grow up," she told the polliwog again, "I'm going to turn into something else." "So am I," said the polliwog. "You?" The caterpillar was so surprised she almost fell into the pond. "The fish said so," the polliwog told her. "Fish know things. They go to school." So if the caterpillar is going to turn into a butterfly, what do you think the polliwog will turn into? The caterpillar was upset. "I thought only caterpillars could do it," she said, rather sadly. "What are we going to turn into?" the polliwog asked. "Well, I'm going to turn into a caterpillar," to a butterfly, said the caterpillar. "Then I guess I will too," the polliwog said happily. "What fun! Let's do it together." "All right," the caterpillar agreed, although she would rather have done it alone. "But I get to go first." The polliwog didn't mind. He wasn't at all sure how it was done. "I'll watch you," he said. So when the time came, the caterpillar started to spin a cocoon. "This is the tricky part," she said. So what is the caterpillar doing to turn into a butterfly? The polliwog watched as the caterpillar spun. Soon only her head was uncovered. "Now I have to close the lid," she said, "and when I come out, I'd be a butterfly." "Go ahead," the polliwog said excitedly. "I want to see you do it." "It will take a while," the caterpillar warned. She started spinning again and was soon out of sight in the cocoon. For a long time nothing happened, but the polliwog was patient. He watched and watched and watched for days and days and days. Take a look at the polliwog. What do you think is happening to him while he waits for the caterpillar? At last there was activity in the cocoon. The end of it opened, and very slowly the caterpillar climbed out. Only she wasn't a caterpillar anymore. She was a beautiful butterfly, a beautiful yellow butterfly. The Polliwog was so excited he hopped up and down with delight. He hopped up and down like a frog. I was so busy watching you, he said, I didn't even notice what was happening to me. You're a very handsome frog, the butterfly said as she flew off to try her new wings. But the frog was puzzled. I thought I was going to be a butterfly, he said. A caterpillar wiggled by. When I grow up, I'm going to turn into something else. But the frog wasn't listening. He was admiring his reflection in the water. I am, you know, a very handsome frog, he said. The end. So we learned how a caterpillar and a polliwog turn into something else and how they change over time. Now I want you to take a moment and think, how do we as humans change over time? I put an activity up on a Padlet. I want you to take a look at how you were as a baby and how you are now, and how do you think you're going to look in the future? What changes? I want you to just remember that you should be happy just the way you are. Thanks for listening.